So if you're like me and you spend a lot of time on Fragrantica looking at different fragrances, you've probably seen ratings in regards to its performance. And there are two key criteria when assessing a fragrance's performance that they use. That is longevity and sillage. But what do these terms actually mean? First of all, you have your longevity, which is pretty straightforward. It's how long a fragrance lasts on your skin and on your clothes. But what actually affects the longevity? There are a lot of key factors that contribute to the longevity of a fragrance, which I can make a whole video about another time. But the key ones are the ingredients being used and the concentration of the fragrance. The more concentrated it is, typically it should last longer, but that's really only in comparison to other versions of itself, because the main factor is the ingredients. Using ingredients that are more typically tied to base notes does increase the longevity of a fragrance compared to using top-heavy notes. And typically your darker and deeper notes are the ones that are associated with being base notes. Things that are more floral or more citrusy won't last as long. But then you have sillage. Now sillage can also be intertwined with projection. They do kind of overlap, but they're not quite exactly the same thing. Sillage is the projection and the scent trail that it leaves. Now this is a bit of a simplification, but we are going to refer to sillage as projection. So how much does it come off your skin and how much can it be smelled by the people around you and how far away? And also how much of a scent trail is it leaving behind? Now this is also typically determined by the ingredients. Things that are more volatile and will evaporate quicker will give you better projection. But the key for projection is the solvent that's being used and the concentration of the fragrance again. Now in this instance, the lower concentration of the fragrance, the better the projection is going to be, because there's more evaporation from the solvent coming off your skin. An ethanol-based perfume compared to an oil-based perfume, the ethanol base is going to project much better. That's because it's evaporating quicker. So that's a little breakdown of projection and sillage. Now you know.